never, ever. Yeah, I go 144. Yeah. Oh, you round up? I do. I round up. Okay, after when you're talking speed. All right, so you got the hopper on the block. Yeah, Greg Hopp is out, and across the road, West Resort Casino start finish line, heading down the front stretch, and again, the number 7
He's bouncing real nicely through lane number 1. He's going to stay there all the way to the exit pin. Nice ride there. Skip it in. Nice rooster tail. Bring up down the backside.
And that's where you want, right? That exit pin, Tony. Or what is the 1 minute marker as we start the score-up process when we get to racing? That's where the boats start to lose speed coming back upstream.
Yeah, they're actually, both I've seen here so far today, everybody's gearing up just perfectly. They're hitting it and going right up the river with all their speed.
And up to turn number 3, Lamb-Weston Health and Rehabilitation Center with Rob Francis. Just sliding across the turn really tight, really nice, Mike, keeping things very steady, and looks like he's probably going to have a very nice qualifying time. Yeah, heading out to the exit to the turn number 4 and over to the Northern Resort Casino start finish line, and first lap on the course again, 3-lap process here, 143.462 miles per hour for Greg Hopp, heading down the front stretch, and good exciting for the
Rooster Tails. Flying over to turn number 2 for Farmers Exchange, Tony Hunt.
Oh, he's bouncing right across the top of those rollers, looking very nice. Still keeping the speed as he heads out of the exit pin, straight down the backside.
And heading up the backstretch, Greg Hopp. Nice run, steady run, and if we don't look for a whole lot of fireworks, just those that are looking to maintain points or try to increase points at the top of the high point standings to really come out here and make a weight, I guess, and really show us something. But steady run here for Greg Hopp, also steady run for Brian Perkins in the 21 earlier.
Speaking of, let me go ahead and jump in. I've got Brian Perkins just off the boat here on just a hair under 144. First qualifying run for any boat out there. How's it running? How's the water?
The water's great. It's always great here. We did all right. We're happy with the run. It was a pretty successful run since getting the thing in the water after that run.
Just got to go get it. Well, you mentioned the wreck, and then this is the first time that you've been out this season so far. A lot of work has to have gone into rebuilding the boat and getting it ready for this season.
Yeah, no, Tim Harvey and the guys have worked countless hours getting this boat ready and our second boat ready for Seattle. So, having the boat come back in one piece and everything happening correctly is definitely an accomplishment. So, proud of the team and happy to be here.
After the wreck and the rebuild, what was you as a driver, what was your biggest concern about the boat when you were getting into it today?
I really didn't have any concerns whatsoever. I'm very confident in this team that they put a quality piece on the water, and it was like the wreck never happened.
And you think you're going to get a little more than 144?
We're going to try. Like I say, our primary focus this weekend is to get Lamb-Weston qualified. So the whole weekend for us is basically a big test session preparing for next weekend.
All right, well,
top end of the course, exit pin, turn number 4, swinging out to lane number 2. Here comes Greg Hopp in the Miss DiJulio across the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line, and we'll get him on the clock coming up as he heads down to the bottom end of the course. A little haze out there. We're at 97 degrees now here at the Brunsman Barge, and our weather update calling for a high close to 100. We still have a couple of degrees to go for it. Tonight we have a overnight low in the low to mid-60s. Light west winds expected, and tomorrow a high of 92. Sunday we'll have the sunshine and a high of 89. And our weather update brought to you by Anderson Dental at KennewickSmiles.com. Dr. Lauren Anderson and the crew taking care of you. That's my dentist, Dr. Lauren Anderson. Again, KennewickSmiles.com. Heading up to Rob Francis in the Avalon Health and Rehab Center, turn number 3.
Well, taking it very nicely down the stretch, Mike. Rocked a little bit back and forth, but taking the turn very nicely, very tight inside, and he's certainly hoping to put a little distance between him and Brian Perkins as far as that qualifying time.
Well, and you are right, Rob. He is hugging that buoy line, top end of the course, coming out in lane number 1 at the exit pin of turn number 4 and across the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line at a 146.977. So they have found about 3 miles per hour better in the old prop, Brad, that they pulled out of the truck.
Now, actually,
but glad to see him up it a little bit. I think you'll see him work it up a little bit more. I know running that 149 earlier, they'd love to go out and lay down a 150, but let's see if he can squeeze out a 147 and maybe a 148, 149. Hopper's got her up and running. Nice to see this boat up and running. I tell you what, they did not have a lot of time and opportunity to work on this boat before they threw it in the water down in Sacramento, and it was just a great effort to get the boat out and qualify and race. They did quite well in Detroit. As I mentioned, they had some steering issues back there that they hope to resolve. This boat's fast, and as you guys are talking up there, Greg Hopp knows how to get it around the course.
Yeah, he does.
And he knows how to do it in lane 1.
He is a buoy hugger in a very tight turn to the top end of the course. Now, the bottom end looked a little bit sloppy down there. We'll talk to Tony about that in Farmers Exchange turn number 2 in just a moment. And a 147.087 miles per hour, so another mile per hour better, but he's backing out of the throttle, heading down the front stretch. And Tony, the rest of the course looks fantastic, but that bottom end, turns 1 and 2, the Blue Bridge turns, looking a little bit rough down there at times.
Well, there are some ones down here